My beloved child, listen carefully because these moments are not ordinary, and what is unfolding around you has already begun to move through places you cannot yet see. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and every second of this message carries a weight that was prepared long before today arrived. There is a reason your attention stopped here now, at this exact moment, while countless other voices could have taken your focus. Yet your spirit remained here, as if it recognized that this message belongs to you in a way that cannot be explained by chance. A silence has surrounded your path recently, but it was never empty silence. It was the kind of silence that happens before a great answer appears. While you thought nothing was moving, invisible doors were being examined, unexpected names were being spoken, and moments connected to your future were quietly gathering strength. Stay till the end, because what has been hidden is not hidden forever, and what is approaching carries a meaning larger than what you expected. There are people who looked at your journey and assumed nothing extraordinary could come from it. They saw the waiting, they saw the pauses, they saw the delays, but they did not see what heaven continued to protect while you were standing in uncertainty. That is why this moment feels different. Even now, something inside you may feel that a shift is near, because when the atmosphere changes, your heart often senses it before your eyes understand it. Archangel Michael speaks here with strength. The battles you survived were not small, even if nobody applauded your courage. Some nights demanded more strength than anyone around you knew. Some mornings required you to rise while carrying questions you could not share. Yet you remained standing, and that standing has become part of the reason heaven is watching you with deep attention now. Do not skip, because the next part of this message matters deeply. There is astonishment in places beyond what you can measure, not because you were perfect, but because you continued even when many expected you to surrender quietly. What makes this moment rare is that what looked ordinary in your life was being recorded as extraordinary strength where you could not see it. A message is forming around your name. A decision connected to your future is nearing completion. You may not yet know where it begins, who carries it, or how quickly it arrives, but something has already started moving. That strange feeling that something important is close is not empty imagination. It is often the first whisper before reality changes shape. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What has seemed delayed is not forgotten. What looked distant is not removed. Even now, pieces are aligning in ways you would not believe if you saw every detail at once. A person may soon speak differently to you. A path may open where there was resistance. A silence may suddenly become a sign. And hear this carefully. Being chosen for a significant moment often feels confusing before it feels clear. The heart becomes restless. The mind asks questions. The day feels ordinary, yet something inside refuses to settle. That is because your spirit senses movement before your circumstances reveal it. Archangel Michael says there is a reason this message reached you now and not earlier. Timing matters when revelation begins. Some truths arrive only when your heart is strong enough to receive them without fear. You have crossed through enough to understand the value of what is coming, even if you still do not know its shape. Do not move away now. Do not skip. The next moments may explain why recent days felt unusual, why certain memories returned suddenly, why certain names entered your thoughts without warning, and why your heart has been carrying an expectation you could not explain. Because something extraordinary has already started, and this is only the beginning. But now hear this with full attention, because the next part carries a deeper weight than the first, and what is being revealed now is something many would have missed if they had stopped listening too early. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and the meaning of these moments is growing stronger with every word you hear. There are hours in life when everything looks unchanged on the outside, yet unseen movement becomes powerful behind the surface. This is one of those hours for you. While you have been trying to understand why certain delays remained, why certain answers stayed distant, and why some doors did not open when you expected them to, another preparation has been unfolding beyond your sight. Stay till the end, because the reason for that delay is now beginning to come closer than before. Archangel Michael says there are moments when heaven becomes completely attentive to one life because that life has reached a turning point. Not because the world announced it, not because people around you noticed it, but because your inner endurance created a signal that could not be ignored. You continued through confusion, through silence, through days when nothing around you confirmed that your path was still meaningful. Yet every step counted more than you knew. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you. There are thoughts you carried quietly, hopes you almost stopped mentioning even to yourself, and questions you repeated in silence when no answer came. But even those silent questions were not lost. Some answers begin long before they appear, and often the first sign is not visible in front of you but felt inside you as an unusual pull, a strange expectation, a sudden awareness that something is different. You may have noticed recently that certain memories returned unexpectedly. Certain names, certain places, certain unfinished thoughts entered your mind without invitation. That is not always random. Sometimes your spirit begins to sense what your eyes have not yet reached. Sometimes a future moment sends its first signal before the event itself arrives. Archangel Michael says this is why your attention must remain steady now. Stay till the end, because a rare shift is near, and you are closer to understanding why this message found you at this exact time. What looked delayed may actually have been protected. What looked silent may have been carefully held until the right hour. There are people who assumed your story had already reached its highest point, but they never understood that some chapters begin quietly before they become unforgettable. The strongest changes often arrive without noise at first. A conversation, a message, a sudden opening, an unexpected confirmation. These things can appear ordinary to others, yet for you they may carry the answer to something you have waited to understand for a long time. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next days may hold moments that feel strangely significant even if they begin in ordinary ways. Pay attention to what repeats. Pay attention to what returns. Pay attention to what touches your heart more deeply than expected, because not every small sign is small. Archangel Michael says the reason heaven is stunned is not because of loud success, but because you kept your light through moments that could have changed your spirit completely. You did not always know how strong you were, yet strength remained. You did not always feel certain, yet you continued. That quiet endurance has created a moment now that carries uncommon meaning. And there is still more to come, because this message has not yet reached its deepest point. Stay till the end, because what follows may explain why certain things around you are beginning to shift in a way you cannot ignore. Something is closer now than it has been before, and when it arrives, you may realize that this moment was the beginning of understanding it. And now the message becomes even more powerful, because what has been quiet until this point is beginning to gather force in a way that your heart may soon recognize before your eyes do. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next words carry a meaning that may stay with you long after this moment ends. There are seasons when nothing seems to explain why your spirit feels alert even during ordinary hours. You may be sitting in silence, walking through a normal day, or doing something familiar, yet inside there is a feeling that something important is near. That feeling is not empty. Archangel Michael says some moments arrive first as inner awareness before they become visible reality. Stay till the end, because there is a reason this message continues to pull your attention. A hidden chapter is approaching the edge of revelation. What once felt delayed may suddenly begin to move with surprising speed, and what looked distant may appear closer than expected. The shift does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it begins with one unexpected moment that changes the meaning of everything around it. There are details connected to your journey that others never understood. They saw your calm face but did not know the number of thoughts you carried. They heard your normal words but did not hear the questions behind them. Yet none of that was unnoticed where it mattered most. Every quiet effort, every unseen tear, every decision to keep going became part of a story that is now reaching an important turning point. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you. Even now, a surprising alignment may already be forming around your name. A person may be thinking differently than before. A door that looked closed may already be loosening. A path you almost forgot may return in a new form. What matters is that movement has begun, even if you have not yet seen its full shape. Archangel Michael says heaven is completely attentive when a person reaches the edge of a meaningful change after a long season of endurance. Not because the world notices immediately, but because quiet strength often produces the deepest moments. You survived more inner battles than many people around you ever realized, and that endurance has created a rare kind of readiness. Stay till the end, because the next part matters deeply. Some answers arrive only after your spirit becomes capable of receiving them without fear. That is why certain things took longer than you expected. Timing protected what could not be rushed. What you once called delay may soon look like wisdom when you finally see why everything unfolded in this order. There may soon be a sentence, a meeting, a call, or a sudden realization that feels small to others but powerful to you. That is often how life changes, quietly at first, then unmistakably. Watch carefully what repeats in the coming days. Watch what touches your attention twice. Watch what returns after being absent. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you, because not every ordinary moment remains ordinary. Some minutes become unforgettable because they carry the answer to questions you carried silently for a long time. Archangel Michael says this is why your heart has felt unusually watchful lately. Something within you already senses that a page is turning. The atmosphere around your life has begun to shift, and even though nothing may fully explain it yet, that inner awareness is often the first signal that change is near. And still, this message has not yet reached its highest point, because what comes next may explain why this exact time matters more than you realize now. Now the atmosphere changes again, because this part carries the kind of truth that often reaches a person exactly when their spirit is ready to understand why recent days have felt so unusual. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and what is near may already be touching your life in ways you have not fully noticed yet. Archangel Michael says there are moments when the unseen becomes so close that even ordinary hours begin to feel different. You may have noticed a strange pause before certain decisions, an unexpected calm before speaking, or a feeling that something important is forming even when nothing visible explains it. That is because some turning points arrive quietly, but their effect becomes unforgettable once they unfold. Stay till the end, because this message is reaching a deeper level now. There were times when you questioned whether your patience still had meaning. You wondered if your waiting had become too long, if your silent hope had become too fragile, if the answers you expected would remain distant forever. Yet even in those moments, something continued moving beyond what your eyes could confirm. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you. A rare alignment is building around your path. What once looked disconnected may soon make complete sense. A conversation you did not expect may suddenly carry unusual meaning. A person who remained silent may begin to speak differently. A small moment may reveal more than many long days before it. Archangel Michael says heaven becomes completely attentive when someone remains steady through uncertainty without fully understanding why they are being asked to wait. That steadiness creates a strength that many never notice until the reward begins to appear. You have crossed silent distances inside yourself that others could not measure, and because of that, this season is not ordinary. There are answers approaching that may not arrive loudly, but they will arrive clearly. Watch the moments that return unexpectedly. Watch what touches your thoughts more than once. Watch what appears simple but leaves a deep impression, because sometimes the beginning of something remarkable hides inside something that looks small. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the reason this title speaks about only a few minutes is because certain moments in life change direction quickly once the hidden preparation is complete. Long seasons can shift through one clear moment, one clear word, one clear realization. Archangel Michael says your name has carried through places of silence where unseen decisions were still forming. What you thought was forgotten was never forgotten. What you believed had passed may still have unfinished meaning. Even now, pieces are moving toward a point where clarity becomes impossible to ignore. Do not skip. Some people around you may notice the change only after it has already begun. They may wonder why your presence feels different, why your confidence becomes calmer, why your words carry new certainty. But before they notice, your own heart may recognize it first, the quiet awareness that something has truly shifted. And when that moment arrives, you may understand why this message reached you now instead of earlier. Timing carries purpose. Some truths are only powerful when they arrive at the exact second your spirit can receive them fully. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the final part carries the strongest revelation yet, the reason this message has followed you until now and why the next chapter may begin sooner than expected. At this final moment, listen more carefully than before, because this part carries the strongest weight of everything spoken until now, and what is being revealed here is meant to remain with you after the video ends. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and sometimes the final words are the ones that explain why your spirit refused to leave earlier. Archangel Michael says the reason this message reached you is because a chapter that looked silent is no longer silent in the unseen. What seemed paused has not been empty. What looked delayed has not been abandoned. In ways you could not measure, movement has continued, and now the edge of that movement is close enough for your heart to feel it. Stay till the end, because there is a reason the title speaks with urgency. It is not about fear, it is about readiness. Some moments arrive when everything that felt ordinary suddenly carries unusual meaning. A familiar place may feel different. A simple word may stay in your mind longer than expected. A meeting, a message, or a quiet realization may become the turning point you later remember as the beginning of something important. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you. Heaven is described as stunned not because your journey was easy, but because you continued carrying light through moments that could have darkened your spirit. Many people do not understand how powerful quiet endurance becomes until it begins producing visible change. You kept moving through uncertainty, and now that quiet strength stands at the doorway of a new moment. Archangel Michael says watch carefully what enters your life next with peace rather than noise. Not every great answer arrives dramatically. Sometimes the deepest answers arrive with calm certainty. What matters is the feeling that remains afterward, the unmistakable awareness that something has shifted and cannot return to what it was before. There may soon be a sentence you hear that feels unexpectedly personal. A connection may return with new meaning. A delayed answer may suddenly become clear. What once seemed impossible to explain may become simple in one moment of understanding. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next days may carry more significance than they first appear to hold. If something repeats, notice it. If peace arrives suddenly, value it. If a new opening appears where you expected none, do not dismiss it too quickly. Archangel Michael says being the one who receives a rare moment often begins with inner recognition before outer proof appears. That is why your heart may already feel alert now. Something inside you has been sensing change before your circumstances fully reveal it. Do not skip this truth. The waiting season taught you how to stand, but the next season may teach you how to receive. And receiving can feel unfamiliar when you have been strong for so long. Yet what comes next does not arrive to confuse you, it arrives to confirm that your path still carries meaning beyond what others understood. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and even after this message ends, carry this thought with you. Not every unseen preparation remains hidden forever. Some things emerge exactly when they are ready to become impossible to ignore. And when that moment reaches you, you may quietly remember that before the world changed around you, your spirit was already being prepared for it.